The upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z4 leaks mention they will come with a 1TB upgrade option. The price for the 512GB is $1,899, and for the 1TB option will be around $1,099 to $2,099. Some other sources mention for the Z Flip 4 5G $900 with 128GB, $950 for the 256GB, $1,000 for the 512GB. For the Z Fold 4 5G $1,600 for the 256GB, $1,700 for the 512GB, $1,800 for the 1TB option. For now, we have to wait for more leaks as the unveil date comes closer and see the actual event to see the final result by August the 10th and to see the physical self of the device by August 26, 2022. The Z4 will have an over generation upgrade with the latest specs and features. According to Ice Universe, a well-known leaker shows the Z Fold and the Z Flip will have a reduced crease on the display, but a minor reduction in the crease over the predecessor. The crease will be reduced over the future generation that has to come with small updates, even though the display will be stronger like the new Super UTG Ultra Thin glass, a better hinge mechanism for the fold. The Z Flip 4 and the Z Fold 4 will have a better handling apps tasks like the switching apps from one side to another, even have a split screen with 3 apps at the same time. Since the phone has a larger screen, the Geekbench scores for the Galaxy Z Fold 4 has been leaked with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. With Android 12 running on the 8GB of RAM. During the leak on Geekbench 5, the scores were for single 1,351 and for multi-cores was 3,808. Also, the Z Flip 4 has a 1,277 in single score and multi-cores a 3,642, and Samsung Geekbench scores for the S22 Ultra scores with Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. The improved Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 will focus more on power consumption efficiency. The Samsung Galaxy Z4 will arrive in Phantom Black, Green, Beige color. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 will arrive in Graphite, Bora Purple, Pink Gold, and Blue. We also see a special Samsung Galaxy S22 in Lavender color. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 battery capacity has been leaked and shows a 400 mAh battery capacity increase. The split between two batteries, 2,555 plus 1,040 mAh, in total a 3,595, compared to the predecessor at 3,300 mAh for the Flip 3. And some sources says that will be labeled as 3,700 for the Z Flip 4. The 3,600 mAh charger will be a 25-watt charging speed. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 real-life photos has been leaked through a YouTuber named TED.TV. This confirms a reduced crease and larger external display. Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 will make an appearance in 3 sizes: 40mm, 44mm, and 46mm for the Pro versions. The Watch 5 will probably be upgraded to 10-watt charging speed, but it probably will be integrated into the Vanilla and Pro variant. The Pro variant of the Watch 5 is believed to come with 572 mAh based on leaks. The Watch 5 Vanilla is supposed to be 361 mAh more. Also, based on leaks, Samsung will be removing the iconic wheel on the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 series. The thermometer sensor has appeared in the Samsung Health app. TSMC announced the development of the 2nm process node by 2025. This will be the same for the Samsung development of nanometer chips. TSMC and Samsung are the biggest competitor foundries making innovative chips for manufacturers. TSMC Road Map shows the 3 years of the 3nm node development and enhancing during the 3-year period until 2025 for the 2nm node to be developed on the next flagship devices just like the smartphones. In short, the 3nm node for TSMC is FinFlex TM architecture, in which allows for 3 configurations. The first one is a 3x2 performance, 2x1 efficiency, 2x2 balance between power and efficiency. With this configuration, TSMC can offer more options to manufacturers just like Apple for their iPhone Bionic chipset designs, and Qualcomm, Snapdragon, and more manufacturers. The 2nm node will offer a 30% efficient, a 50% faster speed, and more performance over the predecessor and more features. The iPhone 14 series, which is expected to come with around September to November, to be announced date is more likely to be September. An unknown leaker on Twitter, whose name is HiQ2iLeak, mentioned the iPhone 14 Pro Max had two benchmark scores of 800,000, 96,000. Also mentioned a 35% GPU and 42% CPU more performance, as well as an improved camera and a 2 hours and 10 minutes more than iPhone 13 Pro Max. The overall is due to the improvement in chipset and battery. The new Bionic 16 chipset is now going to be built on the new 3nm node, whose possesses the new FinFlex TM tech, who adds more transistors and all gate around. Similar, a rumor mentioned that the 3nm node will be ready for 2023, but the 5nm node has a bigger chance even though the improved 5nm is named as 4nm, who has developed on the iPhone 13 series. The improved 4nm, which enhances the performance and very efficient. Other reliable source says that the attitude scores and battery are more credible based on the leaks tips about iPhone 14 specs. The iPhone 14 Pro Max camera system is believed to come with a big upgrade. Rumor mentioned the upgrade rear camera is a 48 megapixel camera sensor on the Pro variant models. Another upgrade will be the front selfie camera system, which will be added a autofocus AF. This will enhance the picture and video quality to not make it blur. Recently, the European Union has passed a law for 2024 that requires all devices medium size below that use a USB to now require use a USB-C. One of many companies affected the most is Apple with their Lightning charger. For now, some other nations are following, like the United States, whose senators are looking forward to apply this mandate to the US manufacturers. Similarly, the rest of the world will follow soon. It's just a matter of time. Some Apple leakers and reports mentioned that Apple is working on a USB-C charger for their iPhones and other Apple devices. The Motorola Razr 3rd Gen 5G is expected to come with a smaller battery than the Samsung Flip 4 main competitor with a 3,700 mAh. According to Digital Chat Station, a reliable tipster mentioned most of the specs of the Razr 3rd Gen 5G and mentioned as 2,800 mAh. That's a great 1,000 margin gap. The Razr 3rd will have to make a great optimization. When the device is released to public, we'll see the true specs and how it performs in real-world scenarios. The specs of the phone looks decent for a flagship foldable, with a 6.7 Full HD Plus at 120Hz, a middle selfie punch hole with a 32 megapixel camera sensor, and a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 with 12 GB of RAM, and then lastly, a rear camera is a 50 megapixel sensor. The price is rumored to cost around 1,200 euros and dollars. That depends on the market. The new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 will have a different arrangement of CPU cores. It will be designed in 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 will build on a 4nm node. This is a conventional design. Even though less, the 3nm node is also supposed to be built for 2023 by TSMC, in which Apple will benefit from this from the Bionic 17 for next year. That will be a great performance gap between the 4nm node of the new 8 Gen 2 Snapdragon. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 configuration are 1 Cortex X3, 2 Cortex A720, 2 Cortex A710, and 3 Cortex A510. The Cortex S3 and S7 will be benefit from a 30% more in performance. The GPU will be remaining the same with refinements. So we had to wait for more leaks and to compare it to the Bionic chip as time passed. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 also will be unveiled around November to December during that time period for the new devices like Samsung S23 for next year.